Welcome to Serenity Wealth Now with Chris Cooper. This is not your typical financial radio show. As a licensed CPA, insurance agent, and investment advisory representative, Chris coaches his clients on a holistic view of financial well-being with an objective of providing a complete financial strategy to fund life's goals. Chris is here to guide you down the path to the financial serenity you deserve. Now, here's Chris Cooper.
All right. Good morning. Happy May the 4th. It is officially the month of May, and I'm just going to go out there and tell everybody I am a Star Wars geek. So I'm just going to start it off. I've got Katie M with Magic Expedition.
It could be Expeditions.
Expeditions with me today, and I'm not even going to start it. We're fine. We're just going to keep rolling.
That's right.
Katie, may the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
See, I'm a Star Wars dork, and so this works for me, and I know you are. I won't call you a Star Wars dork, though. But
when you've only seen one, maybe two of the movies, you can't call me that. No, but
I love Star Wars.
but
It's
both
my
of our
thing.
Dogs are names after Star Wars characters.
Yeah, well, and I had Chewie was our first boxer, so I was a Chewbacca. It was his full name.
Yes.
So we were talking a little bit about this, and I know you do a lot of vacation planning for folks with Disney, especially, and so I figured we're going to talk a little bit about Disney vacations because, quite frankly, they do a really cool job. It's stressful, and we've talked about this, but it's also a very cool experience.
It really is, and it's an experience. It's not a theme park. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not an amusement park. It's themed, and there's just so much more.
They do a lot of really cool things with Disney. And so I will go through my first, and I'm a huge Star Wars guy. All right. Huge. And I did not know that this was a thing. All right.
Okay.
So we took our children to Disney. Our oldest, AJ, 3 years old, and our youngest was all of 6 months, so very small, right? So we got some cool pictures, mostly with the 3-year-old, of course, but because the 6-month-old was just, getting taken around in a stroller.
Feed me.
But Stacy and I wanted a day of for ourselves at one of the resorts, and we're like, well, this is cool. We'll go and do Hollywood Studios, and we're going to do Fast Pass for Rock and Roller Coaster, and then we're going to go do Tower of Terror and wait in line, or vice versa.
Right.
We'll figure it out.
Love it.
So we went and did our Fast Pass to Tower of Terror because it's on the way to Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yes.
Right. So we get there, we're all excited, and I did not know that Star Wars weekends were a thing. And I did not know I happened to be there on a Star Wars weekend.
No way.
I had no idea. None at all. And so for those that don't understand what Star Wars weekend is, they have a whole land at Hollywood that is dedicated to Star Wars. And when it's a Star Wars weekend, they go all out. The parades are Star Wars themed. They have stormtroopers lining the top of the entryway. So you're getting searched by a stormtrooper, which I was just ecstatic. I'm like a 12-year-old all of a sudden. This is amazing. And they talk to you hey, what are you looking at, buddy? It's awesome. Right. So we're thinking this is really cool. I'm excited because it's just Star Wars stuff everywhere. And we had only one day planned at Hollywood until we realized this. And then we took the kids back.
Funny.
So, but my whole thing, I'm not a ride guy. Stacy's not into roller coasters either. We did Rock and Roller Coaster. Yeah. You're going to learn this. So we waited an hour for Hollywood or for Rock and Roller Coaster. And I had no idea what I'd heard about this ride. Well, it was sensory overload. All the music blaring in your ears. It's dark and there's flips and upside down stuff.
My favorite.
So we did not do Tower of Terror.
Okay.
We went and got ice cream and just sat there and then watched the Star Wars parade.
Decompressed.
And went home.
Oh my God.
But we realized how cool this Star Wars weekend thing was. And, so we spent the next day back with our 3-year-old and getting pictures and doing all of the fun things with autographs with Darth Vader and everybody. Aww. I got a cool video of me getting force choked by Darth Vader. Super cool.
Love it.
So, and it's only gotten bigger and better now.
Yes.
So we took our 20-year-old, and she's 19, so what was a couple years ago. So now they're teenage boys, and we spent the whole day just in the Star Wars world.
I can believe it. My brother-in-law is insistent. This is where he and I disagree. he is insistent that Hollywood Studios is a 2-day park. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I can get it done in a day, you know?
Yeah, I think so. But they got some cool stuff there.
They do. They do.
But it's still a day thing, you know? But man, oh man, that Star Wars world, they really do a great job immersing you into the experience. The new rides are just stunning, amazing, super fun. Yeah, experiences,
That's what I
right?
tell people. Like, I have a lot of people. So it's officially called Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
You're on the Isle of Batu or the planet of Batu.
Yeah, in a landing bay, right? Yep.
Got to keep the other park across town out of my mentality
Right now. We'll talk about that
later.
We're getting there.
But yes, the planet of Batu and you know, you have all the characters. I'm not a Star Wars person. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm blown away by it.
Let's
put it that way. And so there's even things on Disney Plus that you can watch about how they created it.
Yeah.
And it's mind blowing how these Imagineers found the pieces to decorate and just even standing in line, all of the details.
It goes into it.
It's amazing. And so there's only 2 rides right now. You know, who knows? They could be expanding.
I'd
in
say
the future.
really there's
Fingers
3
crossed.
though, right? There's 3.
Technically there's 3, but there's one that's not.
It was the old school one.
Star
which
Tours.
I thought was cool too, because
Yes.
Star Tours, like you walk into like the Ewok village and it's just cool for me.
Yeah,
So,
Star Tours is still there.
Yeah.
It's not in Galaxy's Edge, but it's close. It's right outside of it.
I give that one credit too.
Yes, I agree. I hear you. But Rise of the Resistance is truly an experience.
It's amazing. That was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm still blown. I've done it.
It's a combination of
multiple times.
everything, including live actors that walk you through, and you're part of the
You're
storyline.
part
the
of
whole
the show.
time.
Yeah. You're
Super cool.
part of it. Yeah.
And then they also, and I went before the hotel opened, and now there's the hotel experience, and I don't know, like
It's closed.
It's closed.
It was only for a short while.
That's it. It's done now.
Yep.
I'll be darned. I guess
That's
they couldn't
why
figure out a way to make enough money doing it.
I'm hoping there's some expansion coming.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping.
Well, they're going to have to.
They're gonna have to.
So we're going to transition our May the 4th away from Star Wars for a moment, because the new thing that's big right now for 2025 is really the experience that Universal is doing.
Yes. And real quick, just to go back to Disney real quick, dates did just open up about a week and a half ago for 2026. So you
All the
can
way out
now
till then.
book through October 31st, I believe it is, of 2026.
Wow.
So, yes. So reach out.
There's some cool things there with Disney too, because you also, the Epcot, and so this is another little impromptu thing on my same Disney trip. I went with the young kiddos. My dad and my brother were with us, and so we all went together, and apparently this drink around the Epcot thing is a thing.
Yes.
And so we took it on ourselves to try that experience and do, the margarita in Mexico to start things off. And then, the Spaten beer in Germany and all the way through. And, there's a lot
How'd you do?
Well, there's 11 countries.
There is.
There
is.
It kind of gets to you. All of a sudden you're doing sake in Japan. You're like, oh, this is trouble.
By the time you make it to Canada, you're done.
My champagne in France didn't sit so well, but we had a wonderful time, and it was impromptu. I started off with a margarita at like 11 a.m. And strolling the kid around, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, I could do a margarita in Mexico. And then like they had to go back to Mexico to get their margaritas. And it's like, well, we should just keep this thing going. And next thing I know, my mom had to pick us up at Epcot.
Gosh.
Like it was fun.
Great.
It was an experience. So the next day we did go to Universal.
Okay.
And Universal has a lot more roller coasters.
I was going to say, how did that sit, since you said you and Stacy aren't?
I'm not roller coaster people.
Right.
Stacy is a little bit better, or she says she's better. I just won't go. I won't try it because I just know that it'll ruin my day.
So like Rock and Roller Coaster did for you, apparently.
Yeah. Now Stacy will go, so she'll go with the kids. Now the kids love roller coasters.
Me too.
So that's their thing. So now, and Universal does a lot of other cool stuff with like the Despicable Me rides, and the Transformers stuff was always super
Very
cool too.
Yeah.
They do a little bit more intensity in their rides.
They do. That's what I tell people. I'll have a lot of people want to do Disney and then do a day over at Universal. And I'm like, let's make it 2 trips, because it is 2 totally different experiences.
Yep.
And both parks know what they're doing, right? So they both know the longer you're on property, the more they'll eventually get out of you. So they bring the prices down, whatever. So you do get better deals when you stay on property for both Universal and Disney.
And the properties are pretty cool too. And you get a little bit of perk with each resort as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because I've never thought about the Universal experience, but with this new one,
it's so cool. I can't wait.
I mean, they used to just have the 2 little parks, right?
They have Universal
I wouldn't say
Studios.
Little parks. No. They're pretty good size.
Universal Studios Orlando and Islands of Adventure, where they're and then they have their water park, Volcano Bay, which is a fantastic water park, by the way. Now they have Epic Universe, which is opening on May 22nd. So we're almost there. I'm actually going for a preview in 2 days. So I'm very excited. So you guys can all follow me along on my Facebook page.
I know I will. I do.
Yeah. Magic Expeditions by Katie M.
You're one of the best follows because I always that place looks super cool. I should go there.
I'm excited. We're going to stay at the brand new Helios Hotel, which is their newest premier hotel, which just looks amazing.
Do they have themes too?
They do.
Okay.
So Helios is constellations and kind of things like that. And they've got 2 other more budget conscious options as well. And I'm going to say Terra Luna and Stella Nova, I believe, are the names. I don't have any notes with me. I'm sorry. But that's okay. That's 3 new resorts that Universal has added to what they already have.
Now, this new world, or is it new park? What do they call it?
Whole new park.
Whole new park. So it's in addition to Islands of Adventure. Is it attached to?
It is not attached. It is across, but it's amazing. Now, the new Helios Hotel is attached. So there is an entrance. If you stay at Helios, you can enter the park from that resort.
Gotcha.
Which that's really cool.
Because they'd already had some of the Harry Potter stuff.
Correct.
Right?
So all 3 parks will have Harry Potter.
Okay.
So your new Epic Universe will have Ministry of Magic. So that's the France modern. Listen, people, don't chastise me here. I know I said I wasn't Star Wars. I'm not Harry Potter either.
Yeah. Well, the books were better than the movies. But
okay.
Yeah, the books are phenomenal. You should read the books. Yeah. They're solid.
All of my kids and my husband have read them, so I'm just.
I should read them again. I've read them twice, I think, already. They're good.
I know. I've been reading a lot more now. My kids are older, so I will put that on my to-do list.
And they're easy reads.
Okay, I like that.
Like super simple, big print, double print, double spaced. Great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
For my older
and
eyes.
they grow with you. Like the first one's really short and then the next one's bigger and each book's a little bit bigger.
Okay. So, fair enough.
But by then you're like, man, this is
gotcha.
You're hooked.
Okay.
It's incredible. So they go fast.
So I'll do that.
Great stories. Really cool. And the movies are fine, but the books, holy cow, they were great.
Good. Okay, I'll do that. So, but like I was saying with Galaxy's Edge and how well they did, and even as somebody who's a non-Star Wars person, it's the same with all of the Harry Potter area, Hogwarts and what's the one in that Diagon Alley? Yeah. And now the Ministry of Magic, like all of it is just
and they have a bank thing. The ride there was really cool too.
Oh, Gringotts.
Yeah, Gringotts, the bank thing.
It just blows my mind. You can do that. But cool. Not roller coasters.
I know. I don't know. I think you can close your minds. Close your eyes. I don't know what it is. It doesn't bother me. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the motion stuff. And I think it's because I'm mesmerized with the cool, what is going on here?
Yeah.
I don't know. And the Aerosmith thing was cool too. Because it's the signs, everything's black lights, and there's a whole theme with it. I'm not the outdoor stuff, with no storyline, I wouldn't like at all.
Okay. Whereas, for
themes keep me distracted, I think. So it's okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Okay.
Maybe that's why I can do more of the kind of other stuff.
Yeah.
The what do they call them? The special effects stuff? I don't know.
Like the virtual reality?
The virtual reality ones. Those don't bother me because I'm immersed in a story.
That makes sense.
I guess. I don't know.
That makes sense.
But they're doing a lot of this kind of stuff now.
Universal's very good at that.
Yeah.
They're very good at that. So they'll have, Ministry of Magic. They will have Isle Burke from How to Train Your Dragon.
That's going to be pretty neat
really
too.
Cool.
Yeah. We had some bearded dragons that we actually named Asteroid and Hiccup.
No way.
Yeah, when the kids were young. So
you can meet one of them, and it's
pretty neat. Yeah, Toothless is what I saw on the preview thing. So
thank you, as non. Yes.
Yeah.
They've got dragons flying over.
It's pretty neat.
So that's 2. They have Celestial Park, and there's a big roller coaster through there, and a few other things. Oh, Mario.
Yeah, the Nintendo thing
World.
is getting me. That's interesting to me.
Really cool.
It looks pretty cool.
It looks really
Yeah,
cool.
that'll
The
be
Donkey
really neat.
Kong ride that looks like you're jumping the tracks.
That's Minecart. It's off of Super Mario or Minecart. Is what it is. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Really cool.
So Mario Kart was a big thing. I like Mario Kart. So
we still play it in our house.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of like ping pong. I always think, you always think you can beat somebody at ping pong.
Right.
I think I'm pretty good at Mario Kart. So we'll have to challenge you there.
I love it. I love it. And then the last one my husband's most excited for is Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Frankenstein,
And it's the old school kind of villainous folks, if you will, right?
Yeah. And it's supposed to be just details are just amazing.
Neat.
There's supposed to be a really good restaurant in there. They have an experience where you could go in and do the makeup like the monsters, so like the stitching and all of that.
Oh, cool.
And so it's supposed to be pretty fantastic.
So you're going to get a little bit like behind the scenes Universal stuff where they'll do like the makeup stuff of how to do these things.
Right.
I can see it.
Yeah.
So that's really neat.
It looks really cool. And again, I leave in 2 days for a preview. So I'm really excited.
So they have 3 new properties on resort as well with this.
Correct.
And this is the biggest theme park addition in Orlando in quite some time, right?
Over 20 years.
Holy cow.
Since they've added a new park. Not a new land like Galaxy's Edge is a land within Hollywood Studios, or they've added attractions at all of the parks, SeaWorld, Disney, Universal, but an actual entire new park.
And I guess I didn't understand and appreciate that it was a whole new park, that there was really just this still had the other Universals going on as well.
Right. I think they did a really good job of kind of keeping a lot of the details in suspense, really, for a lot of us. Because even as an agent who, is privy to some of that information in advance,
right? I
didn't understand it at first, and I'm like, oh, it's a whole new park.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well, because they've got, the Jurassic Park stuff is there too. Mm-hmm. They've got some really cool stuff. And it's Universal, so they've got rights to all that stuff. And they do a really good job. I mean, the Transformers stuff was neat.
Yes.
And E.T.'s still around, right? Like that's kind of
still there.
Good. I hope it's to me, that's like the small world thing. Right? It's a classic thing.
Yes, I agree. I think it just kind of brings us of our generation back
you need
to
the nostalgia.
Yes, our childhood. I will say, because I did another preview thing at Universal last December. And the new DreamWorks land that took over, it used to be like the Woody Woodpecker area and things like that, over by E.T. They've redone it all to DreamWorks. So it's Trolls, Kung Fu Panda, and Shrek.
Oh, nice.
They did a fantastic job over there. That's really geared towards the littles. In the very back, they'll have the Kung Fu Panda area, and they have, oh my gosh, Po. Right. So the Jack Black character.
Okay.
So it's a big screen and he's interacting with the audience and he'll point you out like, hey, you in the gray shirt, why are you da-da-da,
Nice.
It's really cool. And I mean, you would swear it's Jack Black, just the personality is there and the interaction of it. And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I remember the Shrek thing was pretty fun and entertaining as well.
Yes.
So it's crazy. They do a really good job bringing in those experiences.
They do.
And I think both parks have always done a really good job with that. But it's neat to see this whole new land concept.
Yeah.
Now, I know whether you're Universal or the Disney stuff, staying on site makes things just that much more magical.
So much. You're, quote unquote, in the bubble. You're in the Disney bubble or the Universal bubble. You know what I mean? You're there. You're in the experience. You're in all of it.
Yeah.
And it helps too. Plus, like you said earlier, for example, if you stay at Universal at one of their 3 premier properties, which is your Hard Rock Hotel, Portofino Bay, or Royal Pacific, your unlimited express pass is included in your stay.
Oh, gotcha.
And a lot of times if you do the math, and I'll do this for clients all the time, like, okay, sure, I can put you in a budget or, a value resort or,
something off property.
Yeah. So, or just kind of any of their other properties that don't include it. Yeah, here's the price. But by the time we purchase the express pass, not even the unlimited, just the express pass for you, you're now $100 away from, or whatever, from just staying there.
Which I want the express pass stuff anyway.
I do too. I don't like waiting in lines.
No, I'm a snob. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
I am with you.
Yeah, it's just because you're there for a vacation, and that's the hard part with me is there's so many things you have to do, right? It's a theme park, so it's always a theme park, but they do a really good job trying to keep it clean and organized and all that stuff and experiential, right?
Yes.
But it's still a theme park, and so it's got its own little stuff and challenges from that perspective. You can't get rid of lines completely.
No.
So even the fast pass stuff is not always easy.
No.
So you got to take advantage of those kind of things, because otherwise it's a lot of time sitting there.
Yeah.
So,
and I'll say at Magic Expeditions, all of us on our team, we really help clients walk through how to do all of it, where to go first. We create personalized itineraries for families. It's not an extra charge either. This is just part of our service and what we do. So that's a great perk when you book through us, and we're not charging you anything extra. You're going to pay the same price.
Well, and the expertise, right? Like don't go here at this point in time, go here instead, because everyone else does this. And, like, oh, you want to go watch that? Do they do fireworks at Universal? I know they used to. It's like a laser show thing.
Yeah, they have a couple of great nighttime shows.
Yeah.
One of my favorites actually was at Christmas time. Christmas at Universal is really magical. And on, the castle, Hogwarts, right?
Yep.
Okay. The town of Hogsmeade. Okay.
Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. Okay. Yep. You're
on
good.
Hogwarts, it was stunning.
That would be neat.
Absolutely stunning. The visual projections they did on there and the fireworks with it.
Sure.
It was really cool. Yeah. So, and then they have a new one over on the Universal side as well that I haven't gotten to see yet, but I've seen videos and it looks pretty amazing as well. And it's kind of like a story through movies.
So, all right. So now you're going to be leaving here shortly for this new experience at this new world, if you will.
Yes.
Are you going to spend some time in the other parks as well?
No, this is just a quick 24-hour in and out, see Epic and get back home to my kiddos. Right. So it's just truly to experience it, get some great pictures and videos, and then our team is going back in June once it's open to really get a feel of what crowds are like in lines and things like that. Yeah. But it's going to be crazy. I mean, at first, I assume, because it's not going to be open so first public opening is late May. May 22nd. May 22nd. Yes. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like they've kept this under wraps. They have really well. We're just, I feel like we're really now seeing all the advertising, right? Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Pretty cool. Good. It's going to be very cool. All right. So best times of year from avoiding crowd perspective for Orlando. Pull your kids. Pull your kids from school. Go away from kids or during kids' school year. Yeah, September's great. I think the weather's still nice and warm, but it's not that crazy July, August heat. Yep. I know some people are very, not wanting to pull their kids, and that's fine. We'll make it work. Yeah. I had a family like that. They went during Thanksgiving, and I told them, I'm going to be very upfront with you. It is going to be packed. Sure. I will help you and guide you as much as I can, but I want to set the expectations correct. It will be crowded. And they did. They had a great time. And she said, the only thing was it was crowded, but you told me. Yeah. You got to know what you're getting going in. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. So if you can avoid that, September, I think the end of April, beginning of May is a great time. Beautiful weather, the springtime. I assume that's also cost effective around that time frame as well. Right. Because that's what they're trying to do. Right. Supply and demand. It's amazing. Both parks are really smart. I mean, they're brilliant at what they do. Right. Yeah. So, at Universal, you have Halloween Horror Nights. If you're into Halloween and the scary, man, do they know what they're doing? Yeah, I'm not. I'm not either. That would scare me. No, me too. I know. I'm going to call her out. My agency owner and I did a Halloween Horror Night preview kind of thing for agents. A couple of years ago, we were both like, this is not our thing at all, holding on to each other. And, and they're going to make it real and like scary, like Disney would make it like not fun. Real scary. Kid friendly. I could do that one. Yes, that one's more my jam, definitely. Yeah. Both parks do Christmas wonderfully. At Universal, they have the Macy's parade. So they bring the big balloons in like they do from Macy's. And they do a great job with that. Okay. The whole park is decorated. They have the Grand Schuster Christmas show, which is fantastic. That would be fun. A Grinch breakfast, which is really good. It's one of those, once it opens up, bam, down in Whoville. Yeah, you want to get that. Oh yeah, meeting with the Who's is fun. That would be cool. Yeah, that was really. What did they have? Roast beef, right? No, roast beast. What was it? Oh, Beast. It was roast beast, wasn't it? Is it roast beast or am I getting Harry Potter? I think it's roast beast. Okay. Not beef. Yeah. I don't know. I remember that.
So, well, that would be really neat.
Yeah.
All right. So now you know me. I know you don't just do, Magic Expeditions is not always Orlando and Magic Kingdom and all that kind of stuff. Because you know me, I am an all-inclusive beach, rainforest kind of guy. This is a different vacation when you're talking Orlando and the theme park experience,
definitely.
right?
Yeah.
So are the meal packages, does that make it easier for you? Does that add quite a bit of a cost? Or do you get really good meals?
So the Universal does not do that.
Okay.
So that is a Disney thing.
All right.
So we'll start there. I think it is a great deal.
Yeah.
Now, it depends on your family and your kids in the situation too. If you have a kid who's 10 or 11, they're only going to eat chicken strips. It might not be the best deal for you if they're only going to eat off the kids' menu because you are paying the adult price.
Sure.
But what I do for people is I break it down.
Yeah.
How many, you have a family of 4. Okay. How many days are you there? You're 7 days. Okay. It's broke down to this amount per day. Now let's break it down per person. Okay. So you're doing $63 per person or whatever it is, you know, if you go out of pocket, you're going to spend more than that.
Right.
So I do like to break it down.
I always like the consistency, the non-planning.
Exactly. I like that all-inclusive.
The vacation is, turning the brain off too.
Well, here's a great story. So my sister and brother-in-law went a few years ago to Disney for the first time. He was not looking forward to it. He's like, this is not my jam. This is not my thing, but I got to do it for the kids. Fair enough.
Yep.
All right, Chad, you're going to love it. Food, Galaxy's Edge, those two are going to win you over. Okay, fine. He goes, it was his idea for us all to go together as a family this year. So now we're going as a big group of 9, all of us. And he's so excited. And I just love it because I told him.
Well, it's about it creating those experiences.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
But they did not do the meal plan last time because I don't know, it was maybe in 21 when it wasn't around yet after COVID, right?
Yeah.
So they did not do it and they went in July. So they canceled a lot of their reservations. Well, we are doing the meal plan this time because my husband is we are doing the meal plan.
I just like to not think,
So now he's getting very excited for all of that. And we're like, Chad, look, you don't have to look at the pricing. You want steak every day? Have a steak every day. Yeah. So
that's why I like the all-inclusives.
Yeah. Same here. Right? I don't want to think.
Yeah. I like to not think.
No.
Get the private shuttle from the airport. Don't check your bags.
Don't check your bags.
Don't check your bags. You got this. Get in the little bitty bag, put it on the plane, and then just go straight to the resort on your own shuttle.
I'm glad my husband's not here. He'd have to tell some story about me and luggage.
No. That's how I roll, guys. All right. So new parks. This is awesome. Very cool for Orlando. I can't wait to hear about how these things went. So your trip, it's going to be exciting.
It's going to be fun.
Well, thanks for coming in. Guys, we talk about experiences and creating that legacy, and that's always a fun conversation to have. So thank you, Katie.
No, thank you. And please reach out anytime.
Absolutely. Travel and creating experience. It is on all of our minds. Most of the times I have conversations with people, it's what do we want to do? What do we want to do when we retire? Why are we saving? What are our hobbies? What are our interests? Travel is always on the top of many people's lists. And it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I love going on vacation. I need some time to relax. I want to get away with my family. I love the time we get when we get out and we get to see other things, get out of our comfort zone, do different activities all together. And quite frankly, creating those experiences are things that pass along to other generations, right? We can't take our monies with us, but we can make sure we enjoy the time we have and spending that and creating those memories with others in our family, in our friend circle. All of those things are really why we want to save and why we want to retire. When I talk about lifestyle and when I talk about expenses and budgeting, I make sure we talk about those things that we enjoy doing as well. We want to plan for our future fun, and that is important. And financial conversations help us do that. Most of the time when I sit there and talk to people, I spend a great amount of time talking about hobbies, interests, places we want to go. And quite frankly, a lot of the client conversations I have are about the trips and destinations and really where I need to go on my next bucket list item. So anytime Katie comes in and gets to talk about travel, I always walk away with a lot of great information about destinations I need to put on my travel trips because I travel itinerary, because I think it's just so fun to get out there and see unique experiences. And even just now talking about it gets me excited about where I want to go, right? And what I want to talk about when I help people plan for that future. It's fun to have those engaging conversations, and it needs to be part of your budget. We don't know how long we have on this earth, but we know we do want to enjoy the time we have. And making sure you can afford to go to those fun destinations with your family and friends are important financial conversations. We work hard. We save hard. We want to make sure we can enjoy that lifestyle. It's what we focus here on at Serenity Wealth Management. It is our major focus, is making sure you are able to enjoy that lifestyle you deserve. Visit Serenity Wealth Now for more information, SerenityWealthNow.com, and get a lot more information about what we do and how we can add some peace of mind to your lifestyle as well.
Serenity Now! This is Serenity Wealth Now with Chris Cooper. Request a free copy of Chris's latest book, The New Holistic Retirement, by visiting SerenityWealthNow.com.
Investment advice offered through Fortis Capital Advisors, LLC.